Human history is not as simple as we once thought. Every time we think we've pinned down the origins of civilization, a new discovery surfaces that turns everything on its head. For the longest time, we believed the Sumerians, rising to prominence around 3100 BCE, were the first true civilization, responsible for the first writing systems, urban planning, and organized governance. But what if they weren't the first? What if sophisticated, thriving societies existed thousands of years before them, leaving behind traces that defy everything we thought we knew? Over the past few decades, archaeologists have uncovered baffling evidence pointing to ancient civilizations that predate the Sumerians by thousands, yes, thousands of years. Monumental stone structures, submerged cities, advanced engineering techniques. All of it suggests an alternative history of humanity. And yet, the more we discover, the more questions emerge. How advanced were these societies? What knowledge have we lost? And why did these civilizations disappear? This discussion will dive into four key areas: the mysterious civilizations that predate Sumer, the astonishing technological and architectural feats they left behind, the theories surrounding their disappearance, and what these revelations mean for our understanding of history. Rediscovering forgotten civilizations. Imagine standing in front of massive stone pillars, towering 16 feet above you, adorned with intricate carvings of animals and abstract symbols. Now imagine that these pillars were built by people who, according to conventional history, weren't supposed to have the capability to construct anything so monumental. Welcome to Göbekli Tepe in modern-day Turkey. Dating back to around 9600 BCE, this mind-blowing site predates not only the Sumerians, but even the very advent of agriculture. Think about that for a second. This was built by hunter-gatherers, people who supposedly spent their days simply foraging for food. Yet they somehow managed to erect massive stone circles with precision and artistry. If that doesn't make you question our historical timeline, what will? Even stranger is the fact that Göbekli Tepe was intentionally buried around 8000 BCE. But why? Some experts believe it was a ceremonial or religious site, a gathering place for different tribes. Others suggest it might have had astronomical significance. Could it have been a meeting ground for ancient knowledge keepers? A center for ritual, trade, or something even more mysterious? And if humans were capable of this level of architectural mastery so long ago, what else might have been built that we have yet to discover? And Göbekli Tepe isn't the only site challenging our perceptions of early civilization. Let's head underwater, specifically to the Arabian Sea. The lost city of Dwarka, long dismissed as mere mythology, began to be discovered by marine archaeologists in the 1980s. And guess what? The remains of this sunken city show signs of an urban layout that is over 9,000 years old. That's right, city planning, drainage systems, stone structures, all submerged deep beneath the waves. Ancient Hindu texts describe Dwarka as a golden city of Lord Krishna. And now, thousands of years later, ruins have emerged from the depths to suggest that there was truth to the legend all along. If that wasn't enough, let's move to Iran. The ruins of Shahr-e, or the Burnt City, reveal an early civilization that was pushing technological boundaries nearly 5,000 years ago. Archaeologists have uncovered an artificial eye, crafted with bitumen and gold, along with evidence of brain surgery. Yes, brain surgery. If these people were performing such procedures thousands of years ago, what else were they capable of? And if these are the civilizations we've found, what about the ones still buried beneath sand, forest, and ocean? Over in the Americas, the city of Caral in Peru, believed to be at least 5,000 years old, has pyramidal structures, an amphitheater, and a sophisticated irrigation system. Here's the kicker: no evidence of warfare has been found. Unlike the war-driven empires of later history, Caral appears to have been a peaceful, trade-based society. Is it possible that some ancient civilizations flourished not through conquest but through cooperation? And if Caral managed to exist without constant warfare, why did it ultimately disappear? Technological and architectural marvels, echoes of lost genius. These ancient civilizations didn't merely scrape by, they dominated. Their legacies aren't just ruins, they're screaming testaments to ingenuity that still leave engineers speechless and historians scrambling for answers. Let's dive into these enigmas, where every stone whispers secrets of a past we're only beginning to fathom. Göbekli Tepe, the blueprint of the gods. Imagine a sprawling temple complex carved 12,000 years ago by hunter-gatherers, before pottery, writing, or the wheel. Göbekli Tepe isn't just a few scattered stones. It's 20-ton limestone pillars, etched with intricate animal reliefs rising like skeletal fingers from the Turkish plains. Arranged in precise interlocking circles aligned with celestial patterns, this site redefines everything we thought we knew about early human society. How did nomadic tribes, armed with nothing but flint tools and raw muscle, quarry, sculpt, and transport these monoliths? Theories spiral. Did they use rope and log systems? Harness vibrational physics? Or did they possess knowledge so advanced, so alien to our modern mindset, that its secrets died with them? The site's deliberate burial only deepens the mystery. What were they hiding from future generations? Yonaguni, Atlantis of the Pacific? Off Japan's coast lies a nightmare for skeptics. In 1987, divers discovered Yonaguni's submerged labyrinth, a haunting silhouette of sharp terraces, staircases, and colossal platforms that scream intentional design. The debate rages. Is this a 10,000-year-old drowned metropolis swallowed when ice caps melted and oceans rose 400 feet? Or merely a freak of geology? But look closer. Right angles don't form naturally. Symmetrical archways don't emerge from tectonic plates. If human hands carved this, it means a forgotten civilization thrived during the last ice age, building monuments that slip beneath the waves. What cataclysm erased them? And what else lies buried in the ocean's midnight zones? Pumapunku, precision that defies logic. High in the Bolivian Andes, Pumapunku stones aren't just heavy, they're otherworldly. Blocks of andesite and red sandstone, some weighing 130 tons, are cut with geometric perfection. Razor-straight edges, drill holes identical to modern machining, and interlocking channels that suggest modular construction. These aren't rough-hewn rocks, they're Lego-like components of a cosmic puzzle. Even today, engineers using diamond-tipped tools would struggle to replicate their precision. How did a culture without written language, let alone metallurgy, pull this off? Ancient alien tropes feel almost lazy here. Maybe they mastered sound waves, anti-gravity, or a stone-cutting technology lost to the dark corridors of time. Costa Rica's stone spheres, cosmic marbles, or ancient GPS. Scattered across jungles and riverbeds, Costa Rica's over 300 stone spheres are unnervingly perfect. Carved from volcanic rock, some clocking in at 16 tons with a smoothness that rivals modern ball bearings, their purpose is a riddle. Were they astronomical markers aligning with constellations? A lost map of celestial pathways? Or symbols of power for gods or kings we'll never name? The kicker? Many were dynamited in the 1930s by treasure hunters, destroying clues. Now, these silent orbs dare us to decode their meaning, their creators' voices silenced by centuries. Nan Madol, the Venice of nightmares. Picture a city built atop a coral reef, its foundations a maze of hexagonal basalt columns weighing up to 50 tons each. Welcome to Nan Madol, Micronesia's alien metropolis. Legend says twin sorcerers levitated these stones using a flying dragon's magic. Really? Did someone move 250 million tons of rock across the open ocean without wheels or pulleys? The logistics are mind-breaking. Did tidal engineering aid them? A forgotten form of concrete? Or, as some lore suggests, acoustic levitation? The site radiates eerie energy. Even locals avoid its crumbling halls at night, whispering of curses and restless spirits. The unanswered question: are we the first? These sites share a terrifying thread. They shouldn't exist. Yet here they stand, mocking our timelines, our hubris. What if human history isn't a straight line but a cycle of rise, collapse, and amnesia? What if these ancient builders inherited scraps of knowledge from even older civilizations obliterated by floods, fire, or time itself? Every chisel mark, every megalith forces us to ask, how much genius have we already lost? And what will future societies unearth from our ashes? Wondering how primitives like us built skyscrapers or silicon chips. Theories on the disappearance of these civilizations. History is a graveyard of once mighty civilizations, flourishing one moment, gone the next. Some collapsed slowly, others disappeared in an instant. Theories range from natural disasters and cosmic devastation to self-inflicted ruin and invisible killers. Here are some reasons and some theories as to what happened to once thriving societies and their people. Nature's wrath. Civilizations thrive on stability until the Earth revolts. 12,800 years ago, the Younger Dryas event triggered a sudden ice age, wiping out food sources and submerging coastal settlements under rising seas. The Missoula floods scoured the land with biblical force, while the Black Sea deluge may have drowned entire Neolithic communities. Droughts crushed societies just as effectively. The Maya withered under decades of water shortages, their once mighty cities collapsing into starvation and war. The Akkadian Empire, the first great empire, was erased as its fertile lands turned to dust, its people fleeing south in desperation. Fire from the sky. The universe is not a passive spectator. The Younger Dryas impact hypothesis suggests a comet impact ignited wildfires, darkened skies, and plunged Earth into an ice age. The Clovis culture disappeared, megafauna went extinct, and human progress was reset. The Tal el-Hammam explosion, 1650 BCE, may have vaporized a city with the force of an atomic bomb, in eerie parallel to the biblical destruction of Sodom. And then there's the sun itself. A cosmic superflare could have fried early civilizations, warping climate and triggering famine. Self-destruction. Some empires fell not to nature, but their own excess. Cahokia, perhaps the largest city in pre-Columbian North America, overused resources and collapsed. Easter Island's inhabitants cut down their last tree, sealing their fate: starvation, war, and ruin. Others fell to corruption and decay. Rome, stretched thin by war and political chaos, crumbled as invaders stormed its gates. The Indus Valley civilization, once a marvel of urban planning, faded without a trace. Was it climate collapse, internal strife, or something else? Invisible killers. Some civilizations never saw their doom coming. The plague of Justinian, 541 CE, gutted the Byzantine Empire, halting its expansion. The Black Death, 1347 to 1351, wiped out a third of Europe in a few years, turning cities into ghost towns. The deadliest plague of all? European diseases in the Americas. Smallpox, measles, and typhus killed up to 90% of indigenous populations. The Aztecs and Incas weren't conquered entirely by steel and gunpowder. They were decimated before the battle even began. Lost knowledge and unexplained disappearances. Could we be missing an entire chapter of human history? Some believe an advanced civilization existed before the Ice Age, only to be wiped out. Atlantis or something like it. Göbekli Tepe, a site built long before civilization was supposed to exist, raises questions. And then, the mysteries. The ancestral Puebloans vanished from their cliff dwellings. The Minoans fell after a volcanic eruption. But was there more? The Library of Alexandria burned, possibly setting humanity back centuries. What knowledge did we lose? Collapse isn't ancient history. It's a cycle. Some civilizations fell over centuries, others in a flash. Climate shifts, cosmic disasters, self-inflicted ruin, and invisible threats remain just as real today. Will we heed the lessons of the past? Or will we too become nothing but ruins and whispers? What this means for human history? These discoveries are forcing us to rethink everything. Civilization, it turns out, may not be a straight line of progress, but a cycle of rise, fall, and rebirth. Could it be that humanity has reached advanced stages multiple times, only for knowledge to be lost with each collapse? And if so, what secrets remain buried beneath our feet, waiting to be rediscovered? The evidence is mounting. Human civilization is older and more complex than we ever imagined. What else is out there, hidden beneath jungles, deserts, and oceans? As archaeological technology advances, we may soon uncover more proof of civilizations lost to time. Civilizations that could change our entire understanding of where we come from and where we're headed. The truth is out there, waiting to be unearthed. How would you like to get a deeper understanding of history, impress your friends, and predict the future more accurately based on past events? If this sounds like something you might be into, then check out the brand new Captivating History Book Club by clicking the first link in the description. To learn more about ancient civilizations, check out our book, Ancient Mesopotamia, a captivating introduction to the rise and fall of Mesopotamian civilizations and empires. It's available as an ebook, paperback, and audiobook. If you found the video captivating, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos like this.